Hello, my name is Danny Stout. I am a data scientist and senior solutions consultant with TIBCO. In this video, I want to talk about TIBCO Data Science Workbench and bringing data from Pi into the platform. We have the capability of utilizing data from the Pi SDK as well as the Pi AF SDK. Both methodologies are supported in the Workbench. I want to show you how to do that utilizing one of our workspaces. So I'm going to create a blank workspace, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize a node for being able to use Pi. So I'm going to hide this meeting control, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Pi and then click on Interpolated. This option allows me to bring in time index data directly from Pi. You'll see that we also have the option for compressed, summary, and timed. For interpolated, what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the parameters, and what that's going to do is it's going to bring up the dialog that you're used to if you're used to working with the Pi SDK. Whenever I click on Pi Logon, you'll see that I have one Pi server available to me, and I have logged onto that. And now I can perform the tag search. I'll see the tags that are available to me within Pi. Whenever I click on OK, I now have those Pis within my search dialog. And now I can designate the begin date, and I'm just going to do 8 hours from now. And my end date is just going to be now. And what I want to do is I want to bring back just 100 observations. So if I click on OK and I run, what it's doing is it's actually querying and aligning that data coming from Pi such that I have 100 data units, each unit aligned based upon a specific time. That is how we bring in data directly utilizing the Pi SDK. Now we also have the option of utilizing the asset framework. So whenever I use the asset framework or utilizing the newer technology, we do support event frames as well. And what I'm going to do is whenever I click on edit parameters, you'll see the newer asset framework. I now have access to all the elements that contain the assets. So if I go to one of the assets that I have, you'll see that I have all the attributes for those assets. Whenever I click on those, I can preview the data. That'll actually preview the data directly here within the Pi SDK dialog. But in addition to previewing the data, we actually have the option of querying Pi, getting all the attributes from these assets directly into the workspace as well. So after I look at the previewed data, whenever I click on OK, I can now run this node and get that data directly within the workspace, within the workbench. Now we do have an additional option. Maybe we wanted to automate the querying of Pi or the Pi AF. What we can do is we can actually pre-configure workspace, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to step out of the workbench client, and I'm going to go to the workbench server. What you'll do is you'll see that I have a couple of different options for automatically querying Pi. And what I've done is I've embedded a workspace. And in this workspace, I have a spreadsheet that actually has some of that search criteria. So I've entered my start time, end time, and a batch ID. Those parameters are passed to the downstream Pi nodes. We can do that within a unit bat search as well. And this methodology allows you to automate the parameterization of the Pi nodes and subsequently the import of Pi data directly into the Workbench workspace.